Yes, boss. You see the topic, man. If they don't care, then why should you? Now, it's kind of a different type of a topic because it's mainly for like empaths and people who just really like care about a lot of things, and it's like you get your emotions wrapped up in a lot of problems, right? So here's the deal. You ever took on someone else's problems and made it your own, and then after being in a situation, you seen that they didn't care as much for it as you did? So here's the deal. That's just like saying you wasted a bunch of energy. You get what I'm saying? And in life, you got to understand how precious energy and time is, right? So let's say you have a friend, right? Your friend's in like a bad relationship, and they complain about, this spouse or this person, they put their hands on them or they hurt them, or you get what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, you value your friend. You value your friend's safety. You value their livelihood. You value their life. That's who? That's your friend, right? But at the same time, you notice as much as your friend is getting whipped or beat on by their partner or their spouse, you take their problems and you make it their own. Understand this. As much as it sounds screwed up, you got to leave people in their problems. I'm not saying you have to, oh, that's your friend, you that's selfish, you just got to leave them alone. No, you got to understand something. When you intertwine yourself into other people's problems, you're going to become a problem. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes, as much as you want people to open up their eyes and smell the coffee or wake up and smell the coffee, some people aren't going to see it or change until it's damn near too late, or some things may not change. You get what I'm saying? So if your friend, or however, you take it however you want to, right? A person you know or love is in a sticky situation. You realize, yo, you care more about the situation than they do. Sometimes you just got to chalk it up and just leave it where it's at. Because you wrapping up your emotions into the situation, you're going to turn around and drain yourself. You're going to stress yourself out. You're going to put your head in a state of worry for no reason when that person isn't even worried as much as you are. What's the answer to that equation? Stop caring. As much as it may sound sucky, you got to stop caring. Because if a person is letting you know, or put it like this, let's switch it up a little bit. Your friend might be telling you, oh, this person beats on me, or this person does this, that, and the third to me. But they're still in the situation. What you got to learn to do is, if you feel like that situation is wrapping up your emotions, you got to let them know, hey, listen, I care about you. I care about your livelihood, all of that there. But at the same time, if you don't care to leave a situation that's toxic like that, or it's not good for you, I can't do anything for you. I tried offering to help you. I tried to do this, that, and the third. And it's like you're still in the situation, which is what? Me wasting my time. I don't have to be here. That's your problem. And me personally, I'm going to tell you like this. I've been in this predicament before where I've known people like we're cool like that and they're in problems. And it's like I notice, because I'm very empathic with certain things. And if you're an empath, you'll know what I'm talking about. Because this is your friend, or this is a family member, or somebody you deem that you love or you respect like that. They feel comfortable to come and talk to you about what it is that they're going through. But they may not in terms understand, yo, me emotionally dumping, because that's what it is. They're dumping on you with their problems. You take on this weight. You take on the, however it feels, the emotions. And that person can tell you, you care. But they may not understand that, yo, from them not wanting to change out of the situation, it's actually straining the relationship between you guys in a bit. And I'm going to explain that. If a person is in a bind, it's just like example. You tell a person, yo, I'm thirsty. Yo, I'm giving you a solution. There goes water. There goes Gatorade. I don't want that type of thirst quencher. So that means you don't want my solution. You get what I'm saying? It's like you just want to take your problems and express it to somebody so somebody could feel like how you do. And what some people don't understand is too, when they're in these predicaments or these state of minds or whatever situation you're in, where you have a person who cares about you, you're ignoring their solution, you're ignoring their help, you're ignoring what it is that they're suggesting to you, and you keep talking to them about it, it's not only emotionally dumping and becoming draining, but it's like saying you just look at that person as just a listening ear, just a good comfort. but you're draining the hell out of them, dog. And me, I'm a type of person. If a person is doing that, I'm not gonna tell you about yourself, but I'm gonna tell you what you're doing. You get what I'm saying? Yo, right now what you're doing, I'm not gonna lie, it's not conducive for me. You've been telling me about this girl for the longest, or this guy who's been beating on you or cheating on you, whatever the case may be. Yes, you may feel comfortable to talk to me about it, but you don't understand what you're doing to me. I sit here and give you advice, take up my time, burn up energy, drain myself just to help you when guess what? You don't really care. So it's like saying you love the foolishness, you love the fuckery, you get what I'm saying? And you got to understand this as well. There are some people who love these games. It's just so fun. They just love being wrapped up in emotions, and I don't like that stuff. I'm going to give you an example into that, right? When I used to work in the cemetery, if you watch me like that, you'll know who I'm talking about. My old crew leader, Archie. I don't hate Archie. He's a very different individual, but at the same time, Archie's a prime example, and he showed me why there's some people who really love drama, and they love the emotions, and they love the games that they go through. Him and his old lady would go through it damn near every day, if not every other day. Sometimes it'll be a situation where it's like, yeah, she doing this, and I gotta deal with that, and I gotta deal with her stepdaughter. I'm like, bruh, go get an apartment. Leave. You live with her. And that's another thing. If you're a man, listen to me. Never you go live with a woman, bruh. Make sure that where you live at, that you have the power and the say so over that. That's in your name. Because whenever a female head ready to take them, and you know, I don't want this nigga here, they want to push your buttons or whatever, guess what? That's not your shit. You gotta go. And if they want to call police on you or get you in problems, guess what? Your ass is wheatgrass. It's best for you to what? Be in your own apartment, be in your own dwellings, where you control what you want to control. You move how you want to move, and nobody can tell you anything. You govern your shit how you want to. You get what I'm saying? Every other day, I'm talking about every week sometimes, this man getting kicked out by his old lady. And it's, dog, this is so dramatic and too much emotions. You can't get out of these problems. You gotta understand something. There are some people, they don't care. They love the drama. They love the excitement. They love the feeling of, oh, this person going upside my head, or this person stressing me out or draining me. Sometimes it gives people something to what? Talk about. It's the highlight of my day. Yeah, I got this girl who, I think she cheating on me with her baby daddy or whatever. I got this dude where he takes my car and he just goes upside my head. There's some people, you got to understand, they get a high out of this stuff. And the mere fact that I can have somebody chime in or entertain them, or be entertained, or be a part of my mess, or what I got going on in my life, or my soap operas, guess what? That makes people feel good. You know that there's some people that are attention based. Yo, I don't get attention like that. I never got attention as a child, or I don't get attention in my relationship. So guess what? I cause problems to what? Get attention. There are some people who are like this. So you really got to understand that the best thing for you to do is walk away and show no care. Because you showing that you care, you're just going to drain yourself and wrap yourself up emotionally when you don't need to do that. So moving forward, right? Sometimes in life, you got to understand that, as well as that, sometimes people just enjoy the fact of knowing that somebody cares about them. You care about me. You care so much about me. You'll listen to my problems. You'll let me burn up and waste up all of your time with all of me and my foolishness. Understand this, bro. Nobody in this world is an idiot. Common sense may not be common yet, but there are people in life that they're not dumb, dog. They may not know how far things may go, but at the same time, people know what it is that they're doing. Oh, this person cares about me so much, they'll listen to me and they'll take the abuse and they'll this, that, and the third. No, bro. Understand this. In life, move accordingly to your life. You get what I'm saying? Or how you want things to be. If you're a person that loves drama, move in that direction. You'll get what you're looking for. If you love peace, choose that. You'll get what you're looking for. But I'm a firm believer that we as people, you have the power to determine what you want in your life, or what you're willing to accept and what you won't accept. Are you willing to accept somebody who's going to waste your time? You willing to accept somebody who's going to get physical and handsy with you? Are you willing to accept somebody who's full of drama or always stays in drama? You get what I'm saying? You got to know what it is that you want for your life and what you bring to the table, what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. Because you got to understand something. People will treat you the way how you allow them to. You get what I'm saying? Nobody in this world is just going to start upside just beating on somebody unless they get the vibe or the notion that you're an easy target or you're somebody that I can abuse like that or you're weak in those areas. So you just got to be mindful of that, right? As well as that, sometimes you care more about a person's problems than they do themselves will cause, as I said, unnecessary stress. So you saying, yo, man, my friend, they have a homeless problem or they're in a screwed up relationship or their job is mistreating them. You need to understand this. And this is just what reality really is, right? That's that person's problem. Everybody in life has problems. And yes, sure enough, sometimes being a caring person or being empathic, you can begin to care about somebody else's problems more than they do. You feel me? In that sense, when you catch yourself in that notion, yeah, you know you're a caring person, but at the same time, stop and look at the detriment of that. What are you really doing to yourself? Yo, I put this person's life problems above my needs, and that's another angle. There are some people that would emotionally dump on you and introduce their problems to you to see how much you care, to see if they can find a way to make themselves a priority in your life over you. If that makes sense. You know what? Oh, man, times are so hard for me, man. I got these 3 kids that I got to feed, bro. You may not have any kids, but people play these games. Let me find somebody who's caring enough that I can become a burden in your life. You feel me? There are people who play these games. There's a lot of twists and turns when it comes to human nature, and people play a lot of games. You just got to be on point so you don't get wrapped up in somebody else's problems and you wrap up your emotions in it when you never had to in the first place. You get what I'm saying? So that being said, remember this. Words can help you. They can hurt you. But here on my channel, I use them to uplift you because everybody's a champion. Nobody's a loser, man. Understand this, right? In life, if a person cares so little about their problems and you care a lot about it, that should say something for you. That's their problem. And you need to understand this as an empathic person. And this is something I had to learn like fast, dog. And as much as it sucked and it hurt, right? When you care so much about other people and their problems, they're going to use that against you. You being a caring person, people turn around and use that against you. I'm not saying it's not good to be a caring person, but understand your limits, bro. If you care more about a person's problem than you care about your own, you need to do some definite soul searching. You feel me? It has to be a reason as to why. I'm not saying it's not good to be caring, but care about yourself more. You feel me? Not in a selfish aspect. Yes, be selfish as towards getting yourself in order. But when it comes to taking care of other people and putting other people before yourself, never do that, dog. There are some people that would love life to be that way. You are you, but my problems are above you and your problems and your family. I like it that way. That means I'm a what? I'm a priority. I have some form of power in your life. You feel me? Never give that type of leverage to anybody. Give that to yourself. If you realize that you're a person who cares too much about a situation, understand that it's not bad to be a caring person. Having a good heart is a great thing. A lot of people do not have it. A lot of people will kill to have a good heart, because when you have a good heart, you have leverage, you have power, you got essence, you got innocence to you. You have something that God gave you that a lot of people do not have. And that's why some people go crazy. Oh, you have a loving heart. You're a caring person. You're a good person. You're a blessed individual to have that type of trait. But use it in a way that's proper as to where you won't harm yourself or you won't leave yourself last. Because as I stated before, you caring about a person more than they care about their own problems, you're going to put yourself in some problems. Never do that, all right? 144 the world, man. Peace.